Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Well,
Hello.
thank you. Welcome to another class of Section 1, Young Family Tai Chi of the long form. So we're in the middle of Grass the Bird's Tail. I'm actually going to talk more about Grass the Bird's Tail next time. It is the signature, I like to think of it as set of movements. It's actually counted as one movement. Um, it's the signature set of movements for yang tai chi. So whenever you see grasp the bird's tail happening, and once you've had more of it, we can talk about that. Next week is a good time to talk about what all is involved in grasp the bird's tail. But here we are in the sort of getting towards the middle. It's going to be our second movement in grasp the bird's tail of 5. So we did last week. We did left ward off. We did a second week on left ward off. Learned a bunch of things to put in our Tai Chi toolkit. We're going to expand that toolkit yet more this week, and we're going to do left ward off. So lots for us to do today. Let's get started. Any questions before we start? All right. I take that as a no. I saw some people shaking their heads. My camera's a little different today, so I'm going to go way back here. Let us begin with gazing at the moon. It's a good place to start. I want to talk a lot about our bodies and our toolkit for our body shape. So while we're doing gazing at the moon, I would like you to be very conscious of the expansion that you always hold between here and here. That, remember, in prepare, we talk about at the tops of our heads, there might be a vacuum that just gently, gently, gently helps us feel very erect. And I want your knees soft, and you're always sitting in that chair a little bit. Now, we're also going to potentially come down and bend our knees. When we come down and we bend our knees and gazing at the moon, I want you to sort of start sitting in a chair. Always have that sitting in a chair feeling, sitting on the edge of a very edge of a stool or a counter or whatever with your behind. All right. So we're going to come up to about 45 degrees and we're going to come down. And again, I want you to be very conscious of how your body expands up and comes down. And as you're coming down, your body is still very erect. Your eyes never go further down than level. Nice. Feel free to change your pace, coordinate your breathing. If you're going to coordinate your breathing in as you go up and out as you come down. This will be our last one. Looks really, really good. Thank you. Wonderful. All right, now let's do breathing tree. I want you to start with a bag. Why don't we start by holding a bag of apples, right? See these nice rounded arms? I want you to sort of feel that they're connected and they're connected across your back. So that bag of apples has a little weight here. You feel it? Feel that weight? And do you feel it all the way into that connection across your back? We always in Tai Chi have this connection across our back. That allows us to move with agility and control all our limbs. Now we're going to bring that up. As we do, notice that we keep our elbows down and our shoulders down. Nice long necks. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very rounded. That's it's an East Coast tree. Let's get a West Coast tree. I want you to feel that it's still connected across your back. Still connected across your back. You can go as big a West Coast tree as you want, but it's always rounded and those elbows are always down. Now, come in. Nice. Oh, lovely body shape, folks. You might breathe in here, and you might breathe out here. Like the tree itself is just expanding with your breath. You should be very conscious. You should feel that you're connected across your back. It's as if you have a circle, which is getting smaller now and now bigger again. A circle that goes all the way across your back and around the outside of your arms and joins at the center. And there's a circle inside your arms and going across in front of your body and recessing your chest. Recessing your chest. Right at the sternum. Someone told me once that our sternum, one more. This is it's such a cool thing I'm going to tell you. All right. Thank you. How was that? Boy, you folks look great. Yeah. How was that? Whatever your body needs, why don't you get that? Yeah, get that. And we talked about last week, we want to practice this one, right? So I want you to have your hips facing forward, open to the forward direction, And I want you to really ground your feet. So you can ground your feet, ground them really good, ground your feet really good, very erect. From here at the center of your spine all the way up. And now, if you want, you can hold that marker again. I want you to imagine you're sitting in that chair, and you can actually, if you want, you can actually kind of sit in that chair. I want your grounded feet. How about push with this foot and turn, but don't turn your hips. Let your shoulders go and then come back. And now push with your other leg because it makes it easier. And you see, my hips are straight. You want your hips to stay straight. And now you can let go of it. And you can let your upper body go. And I'd still like you starting that turn from in here, sort of an inch or two below your belly button. Nice. This is moving our upper body separate from our middle body. I'm going to call this our middle body. All right. And a lot of what we've been doing so far has been our body shape here. So let's talk. And honestly, homework, this is a really important thing. Great job, everybody, in isolating your hips. Really ground those feet, and you'll be able to isolate them even better. All right, so I wanna go back to another thing we did last week and review that for us. Do you remember that blob we had? This great blob that we had? and how the water dripped on our lower arm. And so our lower arm was curved. And how our upper arm was scraping across. So upper arm now scrapes across. Upper arm scrapes across. And when it comes back, watch the upper arm and watch the other arm. Have you seen something that looks like this before? Go across. Notice the drips underneath. This right by your shoulder. Don't let your shoulders come up. Keep those shoulders down. And you're going to come out. And by the time you get here, what does this look like? Anything you've seen before?
Yeah, but what is it?
Push the button. How was that? Push the button right here.
Oh.
Push the button. We're going to see that again today. It's part of. Remember, and then we close our arms right after that, right? In left ward off. All right. So I just want you to get a feel for that. This is our close and open, right? Open, close. Notice that the arms are curved. This arm is curving up. This upper arm is curving up. This arm is curving down. It's the way open and close always is. You don't always get to push the button. A lot of the time you do. And if you ever do push hands, there's a reason why you get that. You get this push button because you're connected to another person and you don't want to lose them. You want to stick to them. So that's our open close. Everybody feeling okay with open close at the moment? Takes a while. We're going to do close and step a lot today. That'll be one of the things that we do. Let's see, what else haven't I? The fact that you have this curving arm. You see how we have this curving arm? See how we curve it? Our arms always curve. It turns out we also have this curving arm. This curving arm. This is an arm we're going to use today. What I'd like you to do, actually, has anyone ever been to a butterfly pavilion? Let me know. Aha, we have a few. Have I talked about the butterflies in here yet? I don't think so. All right. So a butterfly pavilion, for those of you who've never been, there's several around the country in the United States, and I think elsewhere in the world, is a place where they cultivate tropical plants, and you can go see them. But they also cultivate butterflies, and they bring them from all these different places, and they're in that environment. And you get to go in through a process that's controlled so that no butterflies get lost or get out. And you get to go in, and you're there in this big, beautiful tropical space with the butterflies. And you have to watch where you step. So your Tai Chi stepping helps you a lot. You know, you want to look around like this, but you also have to pay attention to where you're stepping, you know, much like you do in Tai Chi. And sometimes you get landed on, or you can sit on the bench and just watch, and maybe a butterfly will come land on you. So I'd like you to take one of your arms right now, and just any arm, and you know, just put an arm out. And then I want you to really think, I want you to really imagine that special moment when a butterfly comes and lands on your arm. Okay? So if you can do that. Do you have a butterfly? How about you put your butterfly right here? Right there. Now imagine it's like right here. And imagine that it's walking. You don't want it to leave. Now look at these beautiful arms. I want you to get into the fact that it's like walking along your arm. It's like staying with you. Now this doesn't work for everybody, but for a lot of people, when they have a butterfly on their arm, their whole body stills. If you were really there, it would. I tell you, it would. Because you don't want that butterfly to fly away. So your whole body unites and stills. This is what you do in Tai Chi. Your whole body, your whole upper body becomes one thing. So I thought what we could do today is we could let it walk. So you're going to let it walk, and suppose it's right here, right now, and it kind of jumps down and it comes here, and then maybe we could take it for a ride. So can you rotate this arm? I've got mine on my index finger, and bring it up. Bring your index finger up like this. Nice. And then let's rotate back. We do this in Tai Chi. We rotate our forearms from various positions. So here's that lovely arm that we had, and then we can rotate it, give it. But now what I want us to do, we're going to come back to this butterfly in a minute. I want you to learn a grab pull. All right? Interestingly, in Tai Chi, one of the way we grab, and this is repeated many, many times, and I'm going to try to show you this. So you can see this. All right. I'm going to try to show you this. We might connect with somebody this way. Connection is very important. We connect with them, we stick to them, and then we roll onto them. Do you see that? We roll onto them. And now we could grab and we could pull. So one of the things that we do is in Tai Chi, there is a grab pull, and you will recognize that because this arm will come over and then it will rotate. But what I want you to know in this grab pull is that what you're really doing is you're connecting with somebody, and then you're grabbing them and you're pulling them. All right. So that's what this is. It's a grab pull. It's connecting here. And now you're pulling over here. And the reason I want you to think about that is because your Tai Chi always gets better if you know what you're doing. All right? Instead of just being the other way you could look at it, if you really don't want to think about grabs and pulls, it can be a queen, like a queen of England, like Elizabeth was, now there's a king. But the king kind of does this too. Your hand gets very tired unless you do a wave like this. And it is not a wave of the wrist. It's a wave. Do you see that? It's a wave here. We do a lot of rotating our forearms in Tai Chi. So it's rotate. Or the other thing you could do is put that butterfly on your finger and take it for a ride and turn and let it have a different view. All right. And your other arm, put a butterfly on it. If a butterfly helps you be extended and operate as one thing, then put that butterfly there. If thinking about grab pull helps you, today we're going to connect with somebody, and then we are going to pull out to just past our shoulder. And by then we will have them for for what we're going to learn today. So I just wanted you to have this sort of skill, all right? The grab pull skill, all right? In your toolkit, all right. I'm looking at my list. Oh, one other thing about body shape. We're going to be doing body shape for a while now. We'll repeat some of this next week. One other thing that will help you a lot if you haven't done a lot of Tai Chi before, or if you have, you may go, oh my gosh, yes, that's true. All right. And that is that there aren't that many positions that we use in the form. They're like Lego pieces. And you learn about 80% of the Lego pieces in section 1. And you just keep putting them together in different ways. And that is not my analogy. That's Grandmaster Yang Jun's analogy. All right. So, where was I going with this? So here's our position. Here's our position. We have this here. We also have this here, right? So where did we have this? We had it here. You see that? We also have it here. We also have it here. It's the same arm. It's the same arm. I had done Tai Chi for a while, and then Nancy Lucero was like, it's the same arm. It's in a different position, but it's the same arm. All right. Our elbows are always down. A good way to do that is not just here, but in your back. Those of you who can kind of, put your shoulders in your back pocket, it helps. You can kind of help to put that arm down. That's part of our body shape. So that's one of them. How about this one? How about this one on top? How about this one on top? Well, if we unbend this arm, look what we've got. We've got what we used naturally. Remember when we were pushing? When we were pushing, y'all use that. And look at this curve. Almost without, well, every straight has a curve in it in Tai Chi. So and it tends to be the smoothest line that you can get. So it could look like this, or it could look like this, right? And what's this? Watch this. Watch this. If we put it down here, you've seen this in every move we've learned so far. You have seen a push down. You haven't seen a push out yet, but it's the same arm. It's the same arm. And they're always curved, except there's one arm that you had last week that is just barely curved, right? In left ward off. Exactly, Gail. Exactly. In left ward off that we learned last week. This arm. But you know what? It has a curve. It looks pretty straight here. But look, it is curving. If I were to turn it, it actually has a curve. It's not this. It actually has a curve, but it's curving. It's not curving as much up as it is. And the reason for that is that in left ward off, if we were doing the martial technique, so those of you who don't like martial techniques, close your ears. Our energy point is like right here. It's just barely on the inside. Okay, so it's right here. So we want that point up. We don't want it like this. that wouldn't work, right? We need to have the bones in our arms. There's two bones in our forearm, and we want them to be turned in such a way that they support each other when we're doing this. So that's body shape for us, and I wanted to get that body shape toolkit started. You'll be learning body shape just like footwork through the whole thing. So speaking of footwork, let's go through the footwork. Let's actually practice what we already know. And then we're going to go through we're going to practice it around the clock. And then we'll go on. All right. Any questions about what we've done so far? People feeling warmed up enough? Okay, because I know we didn't warm up that much. All right. Let us start here, and we're going to come back and do it from here as well after we're done. All right. So let's get into prepare. You should have a kind of short version of prepare now that helps remind you of the things that you personally need to remember. Is it that head up and that vacuum? Is it the tiny magnets on the ends of your fingers? Is it, oh my goodness, my knees have almost locked. They need to be soft. Is your spine centered between your 2 feet? Do you feel equal weight on the bottoms of your feet everywhere? Are you relaxed but ready? And could you just start to sit in that chair? Just start to sit in that chair. It's a little bit of a movement, unlocks sort of the back part of your spine. And we're going to do opening, coming up, and our upper arms, our middle arms, our wrists, hands pushing down. And we're going to shift right, left, turn out to the right, all of our weight to the right, sink, press a button, close step, and moving forward towards that foot, we raise our macaw. And once again, prepare, opening, arms floating up, and pushing down, pushing something into water that, like a cushion into water. Little shift to the left to do left ward off, turning out to the right, all our weight to the right, sink, press the button, close step, finish that close as you put that heel in position. And one more. Now I'm going to start watching you, or at least try to. Opening. Shift left, turn out to the right, all our weight to the right, push a button, close step, and raise that macaw. Okay. Is your left arm kind of straight? Kind of, I don't know what to say. Is it really pointing? Nice correction, Dorothy. Nice correction. All right. Are you straight up and down? Where's your spine? Are you straight up and down? All right. Now we're going to do it one more time. So we're going to come, and you're going to face away from me. Yeah, away from the screen. All right. And Nice. Opening, coming up and going down. Nice. Shift left. Turn that leg out to the right. All our weight to the right. Sink and close step and left ward off. Nice. All right. Much better. Much better. Are there questions about that?
When we end, does our hand face east or is it more northeast?
It's
This was north and I landed here.
okay. One thing I did not call out. Let's see if I can do it this way, and then you judge. Okay, so we're here. Is that how I want to do it? Remember, one of the things you want to be able to do is take that foot back. And here. So one thing that's going on is I'm open to this corner, but I've actually turned just a little past corner. And remember the bowling ball analogy? You know, like this, right? Like this. So that's my fingertips are pointing towards you. So we make this turn. So in terms of our clock, if we're here, so we're stepping towards 12 o'clock. And when you're closed, if you look, your fingers are already kind of pointing towards 3 o'clock. The fingers of your left hand. So as you heel, ball, toe, bend knee, and stroke the tail and raise it, your arm comes up, and you're still pretty much pointing at 3. Yep. Does that make sense to you, Jamaica?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good, good. Any other questions about left ward off? Okay. Terrific. We will continue to work on all of these moves. What I want to do is now go into the footwork for right ward off. But first, I want to show you what's coming. All right. So let me do it for you a couple of times. So left ward off was here. Right ward off is going to look like this. One of the things to notice right away is that right ward off looks different in terms of we're not up like this. We're right. We're one line from our back foot up, and you'll recognize this. So I'm gonna do it towards you here. So here's our left ward off, right? And then right ward off. Sorry, I did that not so well. Start to lose my balance. All right, so this is left ward off. You can think of lifting a small bird and stroking its tail here. So we were like this. And we're going to turn our whole bodies, close and step, and then lift this bird. And when we're done, this elbow is going to be above your right knee. And this wrist is going to be in front of your shoulder. And you're going to be open to the corner, but not fully open to the corner. Just a little, almost fully to the corner. Because this arm needs a good body shape. This arm needs good body shape. All right. So those of you who are trying it, looks nice. So that's where we're going. Let's look at the footwork. And again, we are doing the same kind of split energy. So we are grabbing the opponent's arm, bringing it in, and then we're facing them, and we've got their arm, and we're again, one coming up, one going down, and that's what's happening. So it is not ward off energy, it is split energy, but ward off is the position that of your body that it's being done on. So it's called right ward off. All right, that's where we're going. So let's look at this. Let's practice the footwork here. So let's see. Let's be here. We're in a left bow step. That is a vertical bow step. Left vertical bow step, and your arm is here. So let's get that again. Turn around, and I'll let you go into it. All right? Yeah, if we want to turn around. So we're gonna do left. We're doing left ward off now. We're gonna turn out to the right, sink and touch a button, close step, and then raise that bird, stroke its tail, and look to your right. Look to 3 o'clock. We've now, of course, changed where the clocks are. All right. So you can put your arms down. You're in this vertical bow step. We're going to shift a little back towards our right leg and get the weight on our left heel. And then we're going to turn, and I'm sorry, you can't see that. So let's do it one more time. Let's get turned. Let's do it one more time. We need to be here. All right. Let's get into that position one more time. So we're going to shift left, turn out to the right, all our weight to the right, sink, press the button, close, step, and left ward off. All right. Interested in the footwork? This is your footwork. Is everybody vertical? Close. Make sure your right hip is down. We'll work on that again next week. So all right. So here we are. We're going to shift to our right leg, towards our right leg. Let the weight in your left foot go into your heel, and just whole body turn. You're going to turn your hips to the corner, and everything else will stay the same. So if we were in our position here, might as well show you. If we're in our position here with our left hand up here and our right hand pushing down next to our hip. Then we're shifting a little to the right and pivoting on our left heel. We just turn and the whole body, every arm, everything stays where it is relative to your body. It's just turned. Now your fingers are pointing off to this corner, your fingers of your left hand. All right, you can drop your arms. We're gonna shift all the way over the left foot, and then let our right foot come in to what I call neutral. Let your right foot just come in. So go out and go and go in. Okay, so that's part of what's going to happen. Let's look at that footwork again. We're here at the end of left ward off. We're going to shift to the right or back. We're going to turn. We're going to shift all the way onto our left foot. Let our right foot come in, and then it goes out for a bow step. And then heel, ball, toe, bend knee. Let's try it again from here. From here. Okay, and again, so we can bowl to remember this position. Our right hand is next to our right hip. We're going to shift to the right a little, turn 45 degrees with our whole body, and see the upper body just stays where it is. You can drop your hands for now, and then we're going to shift left. When you're all the way there, just let your other foot come in, step out, heel, ball, toe, bend knee. Remember, your hips are to the corner and you're open mostly to the corner of your upper body. How's this footwork feeling for people? Shall we do it one more time? Okay, good. It's doing okay. One more time. So we're here. You're going to do it away from me, then I can watch. Okay, so we're here. We're going to shift back, turn a quarter of a turn to the right, shift all the way to the left, let our right foot come in and step out for the bow step, heel, ball, toe, bend knee. All right. Let me talk you through and see how it goes. Let me talk you through here. So here we are. We're gonna shift back, turn. Nothing changes in the upper body. Eric, can you straighten that arm a little bit, that left arm? Left arm. Yeah, yeah, extend it. That's beautiful. All right. Now, what we're going to do is as we shift our weight to the left, we are going to let the elbow of the left arm bend a little, but we're going to grab, pull right here. So imagine that arm right there, and you're going to grab, pull as you move your weight. You're not going to lean back like I just did. All right, great. And then your arms are going to come in. As your arms come towards the center, you're closing. You're doing a close. As your arms come to the center, that right leg comes in and then goes out. That's the tricky part. By the time you're closed, nice. Wow, nice. Small bird on your lower arm. on your lower arm, this one right here, small bird. It's going to come up as you move forward. Your whole hips, everything turns to the left, and your left arm is coming down. Where does that left arm end up? Looks like this. It's the fingers are pointing towards the middle forearm. And they're about a fist distance away. So it was, how do I do this? So if you put, like a fist like this, they're about a fist distance away, a couple inches away, something like that. Let's try that again. I want to try it from here if we can, because I think then you'll be able to look over your right shoulder. So if you're turned away from me right now, that would be a good place to start. So we're going to shift to the right. We're turning a quarter of a turn and everything just moves with us. Then we're rotating our left forearm in that grab pull. I want to point out the right hand has moved from this position to this position, and now it's starting to come. Now it just, maybe now's for the time it's doing that. I just did it earlier. I'll check that. Now you're going to close to the center, and you just keep going with your close and step out for your bow step, and then heel, ball, toe, then knee. So now you can see more. All right. Let's try it from here. You're not going to be able to see the upper body as much, but you'll see the footwork of the closed step. Shift to the right, turn to the right. All our weight to the left, and you are turning that forearm and pulling out. Then your arms are closing, and then you step out. Heel, ball, toe, bend knee as you bring that arm up. I want to have you be able to look at it one more time here. Just watch for a minute so you say to yourself, is that how I look? Shifting, turning. Here comes that grapple. Now watch, I'm still pushing down here. Right now, when the rotation happens here, and look what happens. You see that? It's that push the button shape. And when that push the button shape happens, guess what else has happened? I am fully over on my left side. So what can happen? These can come together, and then we can step out as they finish. There's no pause like I just paused. And then the bottom one, put the bird on your bottom arm, stroke its tail. Only in this case, you're stroking with your fingertips. I'm sorry. And when I want to point, I didn't have my hands right. I'm too busy looking at stroking the tail. But you should feel that your wrist here, I know my camera's not so great for this. Your wrist is pretty much near your shoulder height. This wrist on your right arm. And you have good body shape. And your elbow should be in line with your knee. It might be a little further out or a little further back, but you should feel very balanced. All right? Any questions about what we're aiming for?
I really like the martial art aspect. It helps me understand better. I like both ways you describe it, but the martial arts really helps me understand I'm grabbing somebody.
Right. And the grab in the martial art you contact them this way, and then you're grabbing. It's this kind of a grab, and then you've got them, and you can put them where you need them to be. In the real application, you wouldn't necessarily be coming across so much. You wouldn't necessarily be.
But I got a better understanding of how the fascia, you connect with their fascia when you do that.
Yes,
The rolling,
indeed.
which helps.
Yeah, and you can, yeah, there's a lot you can do there. At the same time, you can also be turning them. So once you grab them, you got all sorts of things you can do, right? But some of us don't want to go there, right? And we call this a control technique. In a pinch, you can be breaking their arm, but if you get somebody's arm like this, you know that they'll stop doing what they were doing because they don't want you to break their arm. So you have control. All right, I think we should practice this. I think we should practice it a couple times and then practice everything together. Yes, and we will come back to this next week. So turn away from me to start. That way I can see opening. All right, we're gonna actually do opening at least for the first one. So prepare and opening. Our arms are floating up and we're pushing down. And we're into left forward off. We're shifting to the left, turning out to the right. All of our weight to the right, sinking, close step and that left arm comes up and we stroke the tail. We're going to shift back to the right. We're going to turn. Then as we go left, we've grabbed and we're pulling out. Then we're closing, stepping, and ward off. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it from here. We'll just go from where we are at opening and do left ward off, right ward off. Shifting to the left, turn out to the right, all our weight to the right, sink, press a button, and close step, left ward off, and right ward off, shifting towards the right, turning to the corner, all our weight to the left as we pull out, closing our arms and stepping, right ward off. And next, from after opening, left ward off, shift to the left, turn out to the right, all our weight to the right, sink and push the button, close step, left ward off. Right ward off, shift, turn, all our weight to the left, grab, pull, close, step, and right ward off. And one more time. From prepare. Opening. At the bottom. shift left, this left ward off, turn out to the right, all our weight to the right, sink and push the button. Close, step, and raise that bird, turning your body to the corner. And shift to the right, turn to the right, all our weight left. We're rotating our left arm, grab, pull, close, step, and raise that bird with your right hand and come down with its tail. Nice. All right, let's stop there. How was that? Questions? Any questions? Yeah, Eric.
I just want to double check a point you made that when you on the first ward off, the hand you're not warding off with, in this case the right hand, is down near your hip. But on the
Yes.
second ward off, the left one, you're having your other hand up higher near the shoulder.
So you're here. It's a small bird.
The smaller
It's a
bird.
small bird, and you're stroking down. You're stroking down here. So it's going to look. I'm going to go towards the corner so you can really see it, right? But
Okay,
it's out. It's like it's right in. It's if I were square, it would be right in front of me. But my waist is turned, and actually my hips are turned. My waist is probably not turned quite as much as my hips, just a little bit, because you've got to get this other arm in good body shape. And remember, this elbow usually ends up over your knee. It might be, depending on your bow step, it might be a little different, but it can be right over your knee. And you see how this wrist is near my shoulder. So it's actually, you see? And then the other arm is like.
Okay, the other arm isn't all the way down.
No, the other arm is look from the front. You see? It's very frequent for these arms to be very similar. You could just almost say, walk around and do your Tai Chi with these arms here. I mean, you open and close them, but they really don't do this ever. You always can have, they say, at least a little lemon or a kumquat or something, like.
Okay, yeah, the left and right ward offs are not mirror images of each other because they're a little bit different. So.
No, in the left ward off, you've gone off to sort of the corner of the person. You're beside them in the end when you do it. And so that's where you are. You're further away from them too. But in right ward off, you're right in front of them. So they're like this. They're right in front of you. And they're like
I
that.
see,
Yeah. That's what's going on. All right. Let's just take a moment together, and unless there's more questions, let's drag our fingers through the sand. That's so lovely, right? However you want to do it, just make yourself some sand. It could be warm, it could be cold. Grab some. If you want to go up, and let it come down and go through your fingers. And reach out and enjoy the sand. Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it wet? Grab some up and let it run through. And again, maybe breathing in, whatever works for you. Holding your breath, maybe tightening up and then releasing. Yeah, releasing it all. Okay, we're going to do 2 more times just because it's so lovely. And because Chinese folk don't like the number 4. So we'll move right on to number 5. Drag those fingers through the sand. Come up. Don't fall over like I did. And go down. I promise I will be more all here next week.
Thank you for coming when you don't feel well.
Thank you. And thank you for a really good class.